Toronto police chief calls Meghan's words slanderous. In one of his final statements before retiring, the city's outgoing police chief says assertions made by the Duchess of Sussex that his officers did little to protect her are royally exaggerated. In fact, Toronto Police Chief James Raymer said claims made by Meghan Markle in a recently released docuseries are inaccurate. I was deputy chief at the time, in charge of the Special Enforcement Command that oversaw that situation, and can tell you the officers did an excellent job, Raymer told the Toronto Sun on his final weekend as the city's top cop before retiring after an illustrious 42-year career on Monday. However, in the Netflix special documentary series Harry and Meghan Watched the Whole World Over, Markle alleges Toronto police neglected her complaints about feeling she was being stalked by paparazzi at her home at 10 Yarmouth Rd, near Christie and Dupont Sts, in 2016 after news broke she was dating Prince Harry. The American actress, who was 35 at the time, had lived in Toronto for a number of years during the production of the television show Suits, in which she was a cast member. In the docuseries, she talks of her life changing once people knew she was with Harry and describes people being around her house 24 hours a day. I would say to the police, if any other woman in Toronto said to you, I have 6 grown men who are sleeping in their cars around my house and following me everywhere that I go, and I feel scared, wouldn't you say that was stalking? Meghan says in the docuseries. They said, yes, but there's really nothing we can do because of who you're dating. However, Raymer said that's an unfair characterization of what transpired. The chief said he personally knows numerous detectives and officers who took the actor's complaints seriously and addressed her concerns. Our officers were extremely professional, he said. I oversaw the area that protected VIPs and I fully support the work they did there. Markle claims she asked police, I'm just supposed to live like this? And suggests they replied, yeah. She says when she got a death threat things changed because I needed to have security. Meghan recalls her house being surrounded with men sitting in their cars all the time, waiting for me to do anything, and certain neighbors being paid to install a live stream camera to watch her movements, which forced her to pull her curtains and blinds shut. Article content. She says it was scary because my face was everywhere, my life was everywhere, the tabloids had taken over everything. Of course, none of that was the fault of Toronto police. I have always had great respect for Prince Harry, who put his life on the line by serving in Afghanistan and has done tremendous work supporting wounded veterans, and have felt some of the hate toward Markle over the years has been grossly blown up. But as a columnist who covers police and was working here at the time when news of the relationship broke, I can say with confidence the assertions that Toronto police let the royal couple down are ludicrous. What she doesn't mention is Toronto police did respond to the street, routinely monitored it, deployed undercover vehicles and teams, and spoke to the paparazzi. There are even pictures taken by retired Toronto Sun photographer Mike Peake of police being on her street. Article content. I also recall extra security with both her and Prince Harry when they were at Invictus Games events. Markle should add Toronto police to the already long list of people who are owed an apology for comments made in the docuseries. But Chief Raymer, who has not watched the series, said his service's focus is always on trying to do their best to keep people safe, and they did just that with Markle. We do not comment on investigations specifically, but what I will say is I have confidence in the work our members did, said Raymer. There are always people who are never going to be happy.